Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you all are fine. Welcome to your SST class. This is the first video of this week. So everyone take out your SST book and let us start. Today we are going to start a new chapter, Human Resources, chapter number 14. So take out your book, chapter number 14, Human Resources. In this chapter, I will explain you about human resources. What is human resources? Importance of human resources, problem due to population growth, and looking after human resources. That how can we look after these human resources? So let us start with our topic, human resources. What is human resources? The people of a country are called its human resources. Okay, the people, as we are people of India, so we are human resources for India. So the people of a country is known as its human resources. Like people of China is human resources for China. People of Pakistan is human resources for Pakistan. Clear? So the people of the country is known as its human resources. Second, importance of human resources. Why human resources are important? See, nature has provided us many things. Different type of natural things we are getting from nature, like sun's heat, forests, rock, minerals, animals, air, oil, water, soil. Many natural resources are there. But if there will be no human, who will use this? These resources are of no use without human, because human can only change these resources into natural goods, these resources into useful goods. That's why human resources are very useful for development of a country and for benefit of a country. Let us see some more resources. These are the soil, minerals, animals, water. These all are the natural resources provided by nature. These resources have value only when they get converted into useful goods. These resources have value when they will convert it into useful goods. And human can only convert it into useful good. Okay, it is the capacity of human only to convert these natural resources into useful goods. In your book also it's given that natural resources like forest, water, wildlife, mineral and soil. These resources have value only when they get converted into useful goods. And this can be done by skilled and educated people. Humans can only change the minerals into useful goods. They can use the minerals or natural resources for the benefit of the people. Here, soil is a natural resource, but human can only sow seeds on the soil and grow crops. It is the capability of human only, it is the capability of people only that they can grow crop on the soil. So this natural resource can be used by people only, human resource only. Like that only many minerals are there which we can get from nature. These minerals can be converted into useful goods in factory, and in factory who will work? People will work only. A human can work only in the factory. Machines are made by humans only. So these human resources are the most important resource. Okay, without human, all the resources are of no use. Here, it's given the population chart of some countries, okay, with its continent and its population. Population may vary, okay, population, because population is just increasing and decreasing day by day. That's why population may vary. The chart has been given on page number 94 of your book also. The most populous country in the world is China. Okay, it is in Asia continent, and its population is approximately 138 crore 55 lakh 66,537. India is in second number. Population of India is approx 130 crore. In this chart, it's given 125 crore 21 lakh 39,596. But now population of India is about 130 crores. Like that only United States, Indonesia, Brazil, Pakistan, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia and Japan. These are the 10 most populated countries in the world. Among these top 10 countries, about 7 are in Asia continent. China is in Asia, India is in Asia, Indonesia is in Asia, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Russia and Japan. These all are the Asian countries. Okay, and these all are the most populated country in the world. India ranks number 2 in the list of countries by population. Now, increasing population is good for any country because human resources are the main pillars. Human resources are the main pillars for development of any country. But because of population growth, there are some problems also. Some problems also occur because of population growth. Okay, first we will see the benefits of population growth. Then after we will see the problems of population growth. Let us see. As we all know that India is a developing country, and since independence, India has made great strides in all the fields like agriculture, industrialization, education, medicines and many more. Okay, in almost in all the fields, India has made a very good step. It has taken very big steps. Okay, and nowadays also it is growing day by day. See here, in the field of agriculture, nowadays new methods of farming has been developed, and because of these new methods of farming, India has become the most important agricultural country in the world. Then after, in the field of education also, it is improving day by day. Many schools and colleges are opening, and many schools and colleges have been opened also for better education. In the field of medical also, India is developing day by day. In the field of industrialization also, India is developing day by day. However, India has still a long way to go before it can be called a developed country. Apart from all this development, India is still a developing country, not a developed country, and it has a long way to go before it can be called a developed country. And the main reason behind it is its population growth. Now you will ask that how population growth is the main reason behind it, because people are the main pillar of the improvement of any country, development of any country, improvement of any country. then how these population growth is main reason behind the becoming it's a developed country. See, increased population needs food, water, clothing, shelter, sanitization, education, and healthcare. Everybody, it is requirement of everybody. So everybody does not have access to food, water, clothing, shelter, sanitization, education, and healthcare. And because of that, poverty will increase. As the people will not get the proper food, proper shelter, proper education, what will happen? Poverty will increase. People will not get proper food to eat. They will not get proper dress to wear. They will not get home to live. They will not get proper medical facilities as the population is increasing day by day. And because of this, illiteracy will also increase. Poverty and illiteracy both will increase. Then how a country can become a developed country? So this is the main reason behind the main reason which this stops India to become a developed country is its population growth. As rapidly it is increasing. Now looking after the people. The government has launched many programs to check population growth and fight against poverty. Okay. As population of India is increasing day by day, and within few years it will become the most populated country if it will increase in this manner only. So our government has launched many programs to check the growth of population and fight against poverty. Let us see the programs. First one is family planning. Okay. The small family is a happy family. Family planning, the main aim of family planning is to bring down the birth rate. As if the birth rate will decrease, then population of a country or of a place will automatically decrease. Do you know in our country, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Bihar, West Bengal and Andhra Pradesh, these are the 5 most thickly populated states of India. Our Bihar is also there and Uttar Pradesh is the most populated state. About 50,000 babies are born every day in India. It's very big number. About 50,000 babies are taking birth every day, not every year, every day in our country. And the ratio, if you will hear, you will be shocked that in the world, every 6th person is an Indian. Okay, so ratio is very big, means this world is very big, and in this world, every 6th person, if you will count, then every 6th person will come India. So it is very big amount, as it is very big number. So the main aim of the government is to stop the birth rate, is to bring down the birth rate, and for this government has started a program. The name of the program is family planning. Second program started by our government to look after the people is Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan. Okay, because education is essential for everyone. Okay, and educated people can do well for a country or a society or a family. So education is very essential. And for education, our government has started this program, Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan. The main aim of this program is universalization of primary education to children between the age of 6 to 12. It is a fundamental right that every child in between 6 to 14 years will get the primary education. some more steps has been taken by our government to look after the people. Let us see these steps. The main steps taken by the government to help the poor people are: first, job are being given to the poor, because if a person has no job, no work to do, they will unemployed, then they will just use their mind in other world, okay, and they may be destructive also. That's why jobs are being given to every poor, so that they can survive their life and they can take care of their families also. Land, second one, land and houses are being allotted to the poor. Third, health centers and hospitals are being opened in the village and towns, okay, for the safety purpose of the poor people. Health centers and hospitals are being opened. Children from poor family are being educated. Education is essential. And fifth one is midday meal. Midday meal is very popular. Midday meals in schools to the child from poor families. These are the steps taken by our government to help the poor people. In this way, we can take care of the human resources of a country. So, this is our responsibility also to take care and to use all the resources provided by nature in correct manner, so that everyone will get all these resources and everyone can live a better life. It's our responsibility also, so that everyone can get the fair share of all the things. This is all about the chapter. In next class, we will discuss about the question answer. Till then, bye-bye.